Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Diary of a Mind Alchemist. For a long time, I carried a secret, a part of my body I was taught to be ashamed of, a part I learned to hide, to apologize for, even from myself. Today, I'm not hiding anymore. I'm finally speaking my own freedom into existence. This is my story, the story of my breast, my scars, and the journey to calling them beautiful, as well as the rest of my body. If you've ever looked in the mirror and felt less than because of what you saw, if you ever took a part of yourself away thinking it wasn't good enough to be seen or loved, this message is for you. This isn't about shock value. It's about transformation. It's about taking what we're told to hate and learning to see it as a chapter in our story, a chapter of survival, of strength, and of becoming the best versions of ourselves, perfectly imperfect. So let's begin. When I was a tween and my breasts began to develop, I noticed that they weren't developing properly. I had what is called a tuberous breast deformity in both breasts. This deformity caused a tubular shape of the breast with little to no breast fat. One of my breasts was larger than the other. The other one had almost no fat. It was practically flat. Both areolas were large and protruding. I hated my breasts and I felt extremely insecure about them. At 14 years of age, I got breast surgery, a breast lift for the one that was large and an implant for the small one. The breast lift left a scar under my breast that could be slightly seen. Even after the surgery, I felt insecure because I didn't like the way that they looked. I didn't feel they looked like normal breasts. The implant didn't match the other breast that had the breast lift. It felt more like patchwork to me. When I got older and saw celebrities get breast implants, I compared them to mine and felt even more insecure. After my pregnancy with my son, I gained a lot of weight and it caused the breast without the implant to get larger, so I ended up having lopsided titties again. Years later, after I lost a significant amount of weight, my breast without the implant lost fat because my weight went down. That, along with aging, caused my breasts to become flat up top and sag down the bottom. On top of that, years of getting mammograms caused my implant to get a small leak, which made it lose volume and shape. I wanted to get breast surgery done, but couldn't afford it since insurance doesn't cover it, so I had to come to terms with what was. I could either allow my breasts to define me and spend the rest of my life insecure and hating myself, or I could redefine myself by placing my value and worth in my divinity and not my humanity. I change the narrative. I change my story. My breasts are not who I am. Neither is the rest of my body. I am not breast. I am a person who has breast. My breasts tell a story. They tell a story about a girl who was taught by society that her value came from her appearance. So God allowed her to have a deformity to change the status quo, to grow up hating herself and her breasts, and later on as an adult hating her other bodily imperfections that came from weight gain, weight loss, and aging. Even after losing weight and exercising regularly, I still have my fupa, back fat, and cellulite. I know I'm healthy and I'm in shape, even though my body may not look like it. So if I'm doing the right shit, and my body still look wrong by the world's standards. Fuck the world's standards. Fuck scale. And motherfuck the mirror. My bodily imperfections taught me to love myself unconditionally and to redefine what beauty is, not based on what others say, but on what I say. God allowed all this to happen just so I could free myself and make this message I'm making today to help others free themselves. And this is for my older sisters out there that's taking care of yourselves and wondering why you don't look like you did when you were in your 20s, even though you're taking better care of yourself than you were in your 20s. You're not in your 20s, and your body knows it. Our bodies are telling us it's lived and endured decades of life and is ready to relax, to just be. So let it be. It deserves the rest. Let it share the stories of the childbirths it brought forth, the long hours it worked to support your family, the stress it endured to be everyone's rock even when you were crumbling inside. Our bodies are saying we had our time and our ego when our bodies were lit in our youth. Now we are mature. We still lit, but our fire is in the light of our wisdom, not our shape. Our shape shows a different type of beauty now. It shows the beauty of lived experience, of overcoming life's challenges, fighting through the limitations of a male-dominated society. It shows the love and sacrifice we made for our families. We earned the right to rest in our beautiful, mature bodies that carry generations on it. It's time that we redefine our bodies based on definitions that empower us, not based on societal norms. Our scars are the highlighted pages in our book of life, reminding us of the times when we got hurt but healed. There are physical reminders of our power, strength, and ability to overcome what is harmful. They remind us that pain is temporary, and although we may be hurt by what happened, this too shall pass, just like all of our other injuries in life that left scars as a reminder for us. Scars and every other bodily imperfection are a biography of our lives. They tell a story of what we went through and what we overcame in spite of it. They expose our insecurities and how we need to work on self-love and acceptance. They tell us about the things we need to change that are not serving us. That extra weight is a reflection of all the weight we carry in life. It's a mirror of the weight we carry from our stress, our pain, our hurt, our challenges, and even our boredom. It's bringing to our attention that there's an area of life we are neglecting to deal with, and we're using food to compensate. Our stretch marks show our skin's resilience to change and the ability to adapt to it, whether it be through pregnancy, weight gain, or even muscle gain. Those stretch marks are our body's way of reminding us of the power we have within us to stretch beyond our limitations. They hold memories of those 9 months your skin stretched to hold your children, those challenging gym sessions you fought through that caused your muscles to grow, stretching your skin, the heartbreak from toxic relationships that led you to find comfort in food. Those stretch marks are stories within your biography, narrating moments in your life of victory and defeat. But they are not there to shame us, but to transform us, transform the way we see ourselves. They say, look at this and how I overcame this experience, how it stretched me, but didn't break me. These marks are my stripes of battles fought and won. They are reminders of battles we still haven't won yet, but have the power to win if we persevere, if we heal, if we stay disciplined. Look at your imperfections through different lenses, through the lenses of a divine author rewriting your story from a secure place. Those parts of your body that you hate, see them with new eyes. See the unique story they tell about you. Let them take on a healing journey of self-love and acceptance. If those imperfections are telling you to change habits that are harming your body, like weight gain, allow yourself to go within to find out the real reason you use food to comfort you. The imperfections you are born with or have come through life experiences are a unique part of your journey here in life. Redefine their meaning in a way that empowers you. Turn your insecurities into what makes you beautiful and unique, like an abstract work of art that God created. See the beauty in your scars and imperfections. Be like Winnie Harlow, the fashion model who turned her vertigo into a unique form of beauty instead of a negative skin condition. Or like Nick, I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm just going to spell it for you because I know I'll butcher it. Nick, V-U, what is it? J-I-C-I-C, Vijikic. See, I said I wasn't going to say it, but I tried. I can't pronounce the man's name, I'm sorry. But his last name is spelled V-U-J-I-C-I-C. And he is a Christian motivational speaker with no limbs, who turned his physical condition into a whole ministry of empowerment. Everything is mental. It's all in the mind. Change your mind. Change your perspective. Change your perspective. Change your reality. It's as simple as that. Be the divine being over your life. Be the divine author of your story, or the co-author of your story with God, and stop giving a damn about what people think. When we free ourselves from public opinion, we free ourselves from the need to be perfect and meet certain standards that were given to us to keep us in a low vibrational state and insecure. They got a whole industry that makes money off of that. So save that money and keep it for yourself, okay? Don't make them any more richer than they are. So how do we free ourselves from this mental prison of insecurity? We gotta go down deep to get to the root, the source of it all. And we do this by asking ourselves, why? And why is that question so powerful? Because the answer gives you the reason. Why is the key to the source? That question, as simple as it is, carries a whole lot of weight. What is this imperfection trying to teach me about myself? You'll get the answer by how you feel about it. When you think about it, how does it make you feel? That feeling is your guide. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way about this imperfection? Why does it bother me? Keep asking yourself why and why it bothers you to every answer until you get to the root of the issue. Once you get to the root, you can pull it out with your new truth. A truth you make up that empowers you, not makes you feel insecure. Redefine what normal is for you. Your moles are beauty marks. Your wrinkles are wisdom lines of a long-lived life. Your deformity is your normality that makes you beautifully and wonderfully unique. It makes you interesting. God didn't make a mistake. It made a beautiful, unique work of art. A G-O-D original. You feel me? See how we're defining what you were taught to be unattractive and abnormal becomes your normal when you become the author of your story instead of allowing others to write your script and tell you what normal is. Normal is how God made you physically, and the natural changes your body went through and will continue to go through as you age and experience life. So see your imperfections and the stories they want to share with you. Let them show you what to heal, what to love and accept, and how to rewrite your story from a place of insecurity to a place of power. All right, y'all. So I hope this message has helped someone out there to see those imperfections from a higher perspective. And I hope that my message encouraged you, empowered you, and is going to help you to rewrite your story about yourself and about your imperfections to a story of empowerment and self-love. All right?